there's something you have to understand about people in your friend group, and it's the biggest thing is that some friends you're just meant to have, and you're meant to meet certain people in your life. And what I'm about to explain to you guys is what's called what I would consider the Shaun friend. Now, the Shaun friend comes from my friend group. I know a guy named Shaun, and Shaun's a great guy. Love Shaun to death. The one thing that he does, this is, and I'm not gonna say this is a bad thing. This is actually really funny. Is he's very discussive. Is that a word? Discussive. He will discuss things with you that seem arbitrary. You can pose a question to him, and he will give you his honest answer. And if you call him out on it, he'll tell you what he thinks. And you might think, oh well, yeah, obviously that makes sense. I mean, like if you have a point you're trying to make, you want to be passionate about it. Yeah, it makes sense to talk about to discuss those points. Well, here's the thing. He does it to a degree, and I'm saying he isn't as in Shaun obviously, but if you have a friend like this, just think about them. Shaun does it to a degree where it's almost kind of silly. So I'll pose a question real quick, and I'll tell you exactly what I mean. You cut your finger off for $1,000. Every finger you cut off after that, you add a zero to the amount of money you get. So 2 fingers would be 10,000. 3 fingers would be 100,000. 4 fingers is 1,000,000. So on and so forth. If you're curious, all 10 fingers should be $1 trillion. Now, posing that question to you, viewer, what would you do? I'll tell you what I do. It's $1 trillion. There's $1 trillion that you own. It's your money. It's not like in a business or in stocks or anything like that. It's $1 trillion cash that you have. I'm cutting all 10 of my fingers off and living my life with nugget hands. Now, it could just be me, but I feel like that's a pretty obvious choice. Now, Shaun does not think that. Shaun, and this is what I mean. Shaun will argue. Shaun's argument is, hey, you're losing all of your fingers. You will never be able to feel the touch of something again, naturally, with your fingers. And you have $1 trillion. Your argument could be, oh, I'm gonna buy prosthetics and all that stuff. But his argument is a little valid. Hey, I will never be able to feel things with my fingers ever again. Let me say this. It's $1 trillion, right? So unfortunately, when it comes to stuff like this, right? Sometimes you kind of gotta beat your friend into submission, and let them know, like, hey man, it's literally $1 trillion. Like, why? What's so hard to understand losing all of your fingers for $1 trillion? Because there's obviously so much you can do with $1 trillion, right? And he just gets stuck on this one thing, and commendable. He does stand his ground about what he truly believes in. It's also $1 trillion, right? Let me put it this way too, with a Shaun friend, right? The Shaun friend is also, this could be a little mean, but he's also like our punching bag and like our friend group, which is fine, right? Sometimes I am, he is. It just depends on the day, depends on who you're talking to. The Shaun friend will also just, what do I need? Will just crash out sometimes after being picked on for so much. And damn shame, right? But for some reason, the moment everything calms down, they are immediately okay. They they just go back to being the punch. You know like in like Smash, you're like there's like the punching bag item. Oh my god, I just picked the wrong fucking tone. There's the punching bag item. Well, it's kind of like that. You punch the punching bag, it goes up like a certain percent. Kind of like the what I forgot what the actual like, mini game is called, where you punch a punching bag and you hit it really hard with the bat and it goes a certain amount of distance. Like that, except for some reason you'll talk shit on him and just say these stupid atrocities to him. He'll get really mad and then he'll just like reset his health to 0 or his percentage to 0, right? It's a very strange thing this guy does. Now, like I said, every friend group needs this kind of person because they make conversations interesting, they make anything like that interesting. Any outgoing thing is interesting. Other traits about this kind of friend is that usually they're pretty smart. Shaun is pretty smart. Shaun's a fart smeller, a smart fella. But they have their moments. And for anyone who can relate, they probably know this. They have their moments, right? Where they sometimes this we'll say Shaun friend for the simplicity purposes. Also, sorry if I'm a little stuttery or my thought process seems a little off. I've been drinking, so there you go. They're very smart people, but the moment you pose like a weird question to them, like or a hypothetical, or something, just they can't really grasp to the full degree. For some reason, they just become like the dumbest people you know, and it's not even like the dumbest person you know in like a where it's like this guy's a fucking idiot. I don't want to hang out with him anymore. It's like dumb where you just want to pick their fucking brain. Like, why do you think like this, bro? What has happened in your life that makes you think the way that you think? The Shaun friend is also, they try their best at games, right? Or they're good at games that they shouldn't be good at, or good at games that no one else is good at. Our friend Shaun is very good at Brawlhalla. And it's like his only game that he's good at. Like, and you would think like, oh, Brawlhalla, that means he could translate that skill to like Smash, right? No, he's fucking ass at like any other platform, fighting game. And Shaun, if you watch this, and you disagree, I mean, I don't know, man, fucking play me in Smash. We'll go 50-50 on a Switch too. All right, fuck you. And we'll play Smash. He's good at RTSs. Put a shooting game in front of this person. Put a shooting game in front of this friend, right? And they just don't know what the mouse does. They just completely forget like what the mouse button does. WAS. They just don't know what a keyboard is for some reason. They lose all control in their fingers and their arms. It's really weird how this works. And it might sound mean, right? That might sound a little mean, but unfortunately it's true. And this is not to say like they aren't like fun to play with because they are bad at like shooting games or certain games that you might play. Not at all, not at all. Actually, personally, I think that actually enhances the experience because you get to watch this like peculiar creature like figure out what a mouse does and like figure out what left click does while playing, I don't know, something a little bit more tactical like Rainbow Six Siege, right? Where you have to listen and you have to use strategy, or strategy, quote unquote, to like, hear certain call outs, do, certain controls that aren't in typical shooting games, and, like tilting and shit like that. And, you ever watch, like, if you have this kind of friend, right, put Rainbow Six Siege in front of this friend, right? And then watch them try to learn how to quick peek. And it's like, it's like watching a monkey figure out how to solve a Rubik's cube. It's like they're turning it, they kind of got it, and then next thing you know, it's like they hand it to you, and it's still the same dog shit that they had before. Like you're still poopy at the game. Like it doesn't. You gotta work on your aim, not like how you fucking look around a corner. Maybe it was a bad analogy, but that's what I'm gonna stick with because obviously, you know, the Crown Black got me sipping, got me speaking certain ways, and what do I want? I don't know what I want right now. I think I want quantity. I think I want damage. I think quantity and damage is fine. Um, and like I said, by no means is this friend, the Shaun friend, by no means uh are they oh my dead. Like I said, by no means are they a bother to be around. Not at all. Like I said, in fact, they enhance the experience of the hangout of the cookout. You know what I mean? I feel like I've said this. Like I said, I don't know what I'm really saying fully, but you know it's whatever. Um, it's just something you have to point things out to them, right? There or not to them, but there are certain things you have to point out when dealing with this kind of specimen. You know, some days it's just sunshine and rainbows, and they just everything they say is funny. You have no like qualms with them, and then sometimes you just ask them a question, and then they give you literally the dumbest answer you've ever heard in your entire life, and then you're like, and then you just question everything. 'Cause you're like, I thought, I thought you were somewhat of an intelligent specimen, and then they just throw everything out the fucking door. You know, like when you tell them like, hey man, Brawlhalla is for broke people that can't afford a Switch and uh and Smash Brothers, and you know they say, oh well, actually Brawlhalla takes a little bit of skill, and it's like, bro, it's like four buttons. It's like four buttons maybe, right? Um, there's no movement tech in Brawlhalla. Brawlhalla is actually just like a dog shit fucking flash game. And they'll sit there and die. They'll make a hill and you die on it. It's weird, right? You you tell them something and then they pose an argument and you just have to you either have to agree with them or you just don't talk to them for the rest of the day. And then but then they're fine the next day. They're fine the next day, and then you're sitting there thinking like, man, this guy's a fucking idiot for like the next few months. But obviously, you know, they're the Shaun friend's brain. The Shaun brain isn't meant to hold these grudges of mental anguish. They're meant to just kind of exist with life. While you know, as higher beings, you know, we have to succumb to these mental issues of how our brain works. You know what I'm trying to say? Yeah. Y'all get it. But it is quite funny though. Mostly because like I said, these guys like the if you have this kind of friend, if you have this kind of friend, they're usually like great people where they mean well. And it's just like sometimes they just have their moments where you're like, you're just an idiot. Shut up. It could be the case of you know, maybe they just got like such autism. I think my friend does. Maybe a little bit. Maybe not like too much. And it might not even be tism. It might just be, you know, it could just straight up be he just takes high interest in certain things and feels very passionate about certain things, and there's 100% absolutely nothing wrong with that. But, you know, Like, why are you like that? Right? You know, that's the question. Like, why do you think the way that you do? And obviously they don't know that because that's, you know, you're asking them a question that probably stems from when they were a child, and things happen, you know, when you're a child. It is very, it's very funny. I think the funniest thing about like the actual like hypothetical thing too is like they will provide an argument for you that's usually against what you say, but they will provide an argument for you that, excuse me, that will get you into discussing whatever the case is. It's not just like, oh, I believe this, that's it, you should believe this too, fuck you. Never like that. These people are usually pretty passionate. Does it get a little weird? Yeah, especially like the hypothetical I posed earlier, where it's like, hey man, you know, cut off all your fingers, get $1 trillion, and it's like, ah, no, I can't. Do you guys understand what $1 trillion is? Like really, us as people, we do not understand the concept of infinity, right? Infinity, like, well, we understand what it is, right? I mean, it's never ending. It could be, you know, the abyss of space. It could be, you know, almost the ocean, right? What the ocean feels like an infinite amount of water, right? It's not, but it feels like it. We understand that concept, but we'll never see infinite. We'll never see that. We'll never see infinite. $1 trillion is as close to that as I can fully explain to you. And I mean, I'm sure most of y'all have probably heard it, but it's like I'm trying to think. It's like a million seconds is like a week. 1 billion seconds is like a month, and then 1 trillion seconds is like 31 years or some shit like that. I think I might have the numbers messed up. Mind you, I have been drinking a little bit, so my apologies. But right, like, 1 trillion is so much. Not like 1 trillion is just so much. It's so much money, right? Like, I mean, Jeff. Like, who's in upcoming for being a trillionaire? Like Jeff Bezos or Elon or someone, right? Someone's gonna be a trillionaire soon, which is just awful. And they own, you know, they're going through like businesses and other means to have their $1 trillion. A trillion. This hypothetical, obviously, is $1 trillion cash to you. And you wouldn't cut off all 10 of your fingers for that? I think if you don't cut off all 10 of your fingers, you're just begging for attention. Like, you just beg for attention, and then you deserve to get flayed and blood eagled. Like, I don't know what to tell you. Like, you just need to be shot. It's not a matter of like what your morals are or what your fucking. And this might seem shallow. It's like, oh, all you care about is money. It's $1 trillion. $1 trillion. $1 trillion. $1 trillion. Like, it's not. It's not just like a. Oh, you'll be a millionaire. No, you'll literally be the richest entity on earth. You can buy people. That's how it's not crazy. You just straight up buy people, not in like a slavery type way. You could just like, yeah, hey, I need you to manage my money. Oh, I'm not gonna manage your money. You don't have any means for me to manage your money. I literally have $1 trillion. Like, what's your rate? Oh, you want $1 million and you'll fucking manage my money? Okay, that's literally 0.0001% of your money that you have. Isn't that crazy? A billion. A billion. Oh, am I about to die? A billion is 1%. A billion is 1% of your money. You can't fathom even. I don't think the normal person can even fathom having $1 billion. And you have your friend who's sitting there like, oh, but I want to keep the feeling in my fingers. I'm gonna feel you, right? Maybe that last line isn't as relatable as most, but you get what I'm trying to say. It's like you need to be prosecuted for just for the sole fact of not taking the money. And like I said, it's not like a greed thing. It's just like you're setting up so much with $1 trillion. The other thing about about this friend too, this is it's like they will defend sometimes they will just defend weird shit. Like I said earlier, they'll make it they'll make a hill that you'll die on. Like they're not dying on their hill, you are. I don't really have any examples off the top of my head. It's a little hard to. I'm trying to focus on this game and think, but you get what I'm trying to say. It's like there's just certain things that they're passionate about, and you don't know until you ask. They'll never tell you, and then it gets brought up, and then they spout all this nonsense, and then you're like, oh, I didn't know you like this, and then they're like, yeah, and then you're like, wow, you sound fucking stupid, and then you go on with your day. I'm so close to dying. I'm actually so it's very late for me. I'm very tired, so I'm low-key hoping I die soon. Even though I did technically restart the run. It's because I bought a different. I didn't mean to buy the item that I got, or not buy, but pick the item that I got. Because the women that died out of anyways. I shouldn't have picked up Kevin either. I also just picked up duration. I don't need duration. Should not have picked up Kevin. I'm fucking throwing. But and I feel like every friend group kind of has like different means of like different kinds of friends. Like I'm like physicality wise, I'm the short friend. You know, I'm the short one. I don't want to say I get. I would say I get picked on for being short. Like that's just what happens. I'm the short guy. The Shaun friends usually like the silly one or the stupid one, punching bag, whatever the case might be. I don't want to say the stupid one, but you know, the one that gets picked on for certain things, right? You know, you have your fat friends and all that stuff. The Shaun friend is just like an archetype of friend. If you have a Shaun friend, let me know. And if you're someone I know already and you're like, oh, I have a Shaun friend, fuck you, shut up. Josh, Rocky, Cameron, all you, shut up. Just shut up. I already know it's gonna be like, oh, I have a Shaun friend, and it's literally the person I'm talking about. And Shaun, if you hear this, nah, never mind. I was gonna say something, but nah, fuck you. I don't feel like it. Look, genuinely, I kind of hope I die soon. I'm fucking, my eyes hurt. It's not really much to branch off of that. I mean, I kind of already branched off. I talked for fucking 20 minutes. I mean, these guys usually have their moments with certain things. I will say one of the big things about playing, I guess like playing games with the Shaun friend as well is like it's just very silly because like I said, sometimes they're just very good at games, sometimes they're very bad. Um, my friend, we play Magic. We play Magic the Gathering. It's very fun card game. If you don't know what it is, I mean, be kind of surprised if you don't know what it is. Very fun card game. Um, uh, it's a deck building game. You normal shit. You draw your hand for the game. You play your cards. Yada yada yada. So, can y'all explain to me why when we play with Shaun, he has the same 6 cards in his hand, and we'll play with 3 or 4 people, and the other three or like 2 or 3 people take their turn, and then and then Shaun sits there and he rereads his cards that he's had in his hand since he ended his turn. Do you guys understand? Like, do you guys know like why that happened? I couldn't fucking tell you why this happens. Why this happens. What I'm getting at is like it's kind of just questioning like what causes them to do that? What causes them to be stupid? Like, they're not stupid. But then and then they do shit like that and you're like, what hole did you crawl out of? Did you learn anything while you're in there, or did they just keep you alive until you met me, right? Um, very interesting creatures. And if you're wondering, like, if there's any other kinds of like friends, because obviously the Shaun friend is like its own little archetype. I mean, there definitely is, right? If you expect me to like continue on that and like say something after that, I was going to, and then I don't know, I just didn't feel like it. I'm like I said, I'm very tired. Um, like this run is very weird. I kind of want this run to end already, but I'm also like this just feels like a good run. So I'm also like kind of on the fence of it not ending. Uh, I don't know. Don't really know to like what else to talk about. I don't want to branch off of topics or anything like that. So I just play the game. If I think of something, I'll think of something. But alcohol got me tripping. Really, I should have been in bed earlier. I had a pretty long, I won't say a long day, not in like a bad way, but just like did a lot of stuff today, and I feel pretty good about it. So I really should just be in bed, sleeping. But things happen, right? I'm also really trying to think about like other silly little arguments like I've gotten into with Shaun, but I can't. It's hard to think about it off the top of my head, right? Obviously you put yourself in a situation where it's like, oh yeah, I want to think about this, and then you just can't think of it. It's the same kind of thing. Oh. Ugh. I will say, funny story about Shaun when it comes to games is Shaun does this funny thing. This could be relatable to anyone who has the Shaun friend. Is that they'll always like want to play like these really silly games. I I'm the type of person I want to like I like quote unquote friend slop, which first off any kind of word with slop in it, if you're saying that kind of shit, you need to just die. Um, it's just not a very not a very creative way of thinking, and not a very good way of thinking. If you like, I'll see if you like. I'm going to start a thought. Fuck that. Um, I enjoy like friend slot games. So whenever I ask my friends, "Hey, y'all want to play something?" It's always going to be like, back in the day it was like Lethal Company, or oh, do you want to play Peak? Even like Left 4 Dead 2, just just something we can just turn our minds off and just play, right? Nothing too crazy. I'm not a big COD guy, nothing like that. Well, for some reason, the Sean is always one to recommend like these weird games like no one has bought or anything like that. And then when you're like, oh, I don't have that game, I don't really feel like getting it. I don't really want to. There was like, oh no, like it's okay, like you should just get this game, and it's like a $30 game. Like, bro, eat my fucking ass. If I like you when I recommend a game for us to play, like it's something I see on the internet, and I'm like, oh man, it's like a I don't know, it's like a fucking $5 game. Like whoever wants to play that, I can just buy it for them. And hey man, the game might be $30 and they offer to buy it for you, but it's like no, I don't want that. I don't want this $30 game regardless. Especially like if I'm buying it and then I don't like it and I played long enough where I can't get a refund, like I know where you live, bro. I'm coming. I almost died. Yeah, they play these weird games and they're like, why ain't no one playing? Yeah, how come no one's playing? I want to play. I want to play this game. And then everyone's like, no, we don't really want to play that. And then they're like, okay. They play the game by themselves for a little bit, and then we're all like, oh, we should all play this. And everyone gets on, whoever said what, and they're like, Sean friend's like, I don't really actually want to play that. That's kind of weird. Literally, everyone else is on it. The Sean friend might have been complaining. Oh, but I was doing a different voice. Oh, but I wanna play this game. I wanna play this game with friends. And okay, all your friends are on one game. I don't wanna play that. Which, you know what? 100% fair. But also like, fuck you. I don't know. You're stupid because I say so. That's my logic with that. Ugh. God damn it. God. Ooh, with bad. Smile with bad. Oh, also the games that the Sean friend is good at, they're like weirdly good at. I don't know if I said it earlier, but they're like weirdly good at certain games, and you try to like, oh hey, maybe you should translate this to like other games that we play, and they try. I mean they try, and then it just doesn't work. But it happens. Charlie, Charlie, Kirky. I just bought the turkey. Oh, I didn't fucking explore over here. Boom, boom, boom. What are they gonna do now? Water, ice, salt. Hey, water, ice, salt. Hey. Ooh. Dude, literally doesn't even fucking matter. I'm beating that fucking ass. Weird. My apologies for the no commentary. Like I said, I'm very, very tired. And I won't say it's hard to capitalize more on what I'm talking about. I kind of just talk about everything I really want to talk about on that subject, so it's like pretty hard to keep the conversation going. I also want this to be known. Like I do actually have like a friend, a Sean friend IRL. Very, very cool. Just most of it was satire, but some of it was also a little true. Those who know know. Those who know know. So yeah, yeah. Uh, Oof. I think if I beat this boss, it'd be kind of awesome. Just there's like a magnet or something. Oh, I missed this guy. Ooh. Give me the speed boost. Ooh, fuck. I need a fucking magnet to drop. That'd be awesome. I thought I had more than the map, but I guess not. Ugh. Hmm. Playing TO Towers, are you sacrificing Shaun? I think I would. Maybe for like a biggie bag 4 for 4 or something like that. Some like kind of that make me happy at least. Right. Fries from McDonald's, maybe like a basket of fries. That'd be pretty sick. I'd sacrifice Shaun for that. So am I dead? Almost. Kicking his fucking ass. Yeah, if Shaun was here, he'd be asking fucking questions. You got so much health. How do you attack them? Is there aim button? Yeah, bro, there's an aim button in the automatic game. Ignore the fact that there's a sniper rifle and a shotgun in this game. God damn it, bro. Bro, I'm fucking wasted. God damn it, I'm too fucking drunk, bro. Anyways, if you have a Shaun friend, keep him in the friend group, bro. Good guy, he's just a little stupid. And it happens. And Shaun, if you're watching this, you're like, I'm not fucking stupid. All right, bro. Whatever you say, man. Worse than Epstein.